You know, all of this talk about heat does remind me of a song.
Did y'all see like those two? I did too. I'm getting it. It's just slow. It's a slow process to learn. But hey, you know, it's kind of fun. So, what's going on Facebook this morning? Did you guys see this video with these girls? Oh my gosh. What is wrong with people? Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there real quick. Maybe our children wouldn't be growing up in this generation and having this like disrespectful, hateful attitude and going to jail, getting in trouble, pulling guns, in fights. Like every video on Facebook is teenagers fighting, trying to shoot people, cussing their parents out, and their parents are encouraging it. They think it's funny. This video, these girls, their little boy, okay, he looks maybe 4. He's just cussing up a storm, you know, F this, F that, you know, B word here and there, and they think it's hilarious. Like, what is wrong with you? Do you not want your son to grow up and be a respectful man and respect a woman and respect other people around him? I'm just saying, like, over my dead body will Ryan ever treat people like that or talk like that. Like, I'm not saying we're perfect and we don't, you know, slip bad words here and there, because we do. But I definitely don't encourage it for my child, and I definitely don't respect anybody who does. Like, you're just setting your child up for trouble and a bad generation for that child. Like, no wonder there's so much crap and crime in schools and high schools and shootings, and these kids are being raised like wild barbarians. Like, no respect, no morals. What happened to raising your kids right? It's your responsibility as a parent. Yours. No one else's. And I'm just saying, I'm tired of seeing this crap on Facebook. Like, I've almost removed my account several times just because I'm like, seriously, this is what Facebook has become. Let's just post a bunch of stupid behind videos about our kids fighting, or fights in schools, or kids disrespecting teachers, or, I mean, when I was in school, you didn't disrespect the teacher. Like, of course, there were kids that were bad, the bad kids, you know, and they would talk back and stuff, but they weren't jumping over desks, like, punching teachers in the face. I never seen that, ever. I've seen kids, you know, argue with teachers, but I hadn't even seen kids cuss the teacher out, like, straight up cuss the teacher out, you know. I've seen fights in high school when I was in high school, of course, but they were here and there. You know, it wasn't like every single day. Or, I don't know, I'm just, this generation, man, it makes you scared to bring a child into this, because there are people out there that are still trying to raise their kids right. And for the love of God, please, people who are not doing that, please help us out, because we all want the same thing. We should want the same thing. We should want our kids to be good citizens and good people and respectful people, intelligent, independent, you know. That's my rant this morning, because the first thing I seen on Facebook was a stupid video of these 2 girls encouraging this little boy to cuss up a storm and act like a maniac. I don't know, stuff like that just makes me mad. Like, I don't get it, you guys. And Ryan, I'm not gonna say she's not like the sassiest little thing, because she is, but me and Adam don't play that. Like, we really try to encourage her to, you know, express herself in a positive way, and not, you know, one thing she was doing last week was, I made the mistake, I always play around with Adam and he says something silly, I'm like, shut up, and so, your kids are listening. Your 2-year-olds, your 1-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, whatever, they're listening to you, and they're learning, they're sponges, because all week, she's been, shut up, mama, shut up. And I'm just like, no. Like, you know, at first I was like, how can I discipline her when I taught it to her. You know, I'm the one that influenced her to learn that. I basically taught her that word, you know, and that's where it becomes hard, because then you're beating yourself up as a parent, because you're just like, man, I gotta step it up. Like, you realize that it's, you know, they do listen to everything you say and learn from everything you do. And I was talking to my really good friend Melissa yesterday, and she was saying, you know, when she was growing up, her parents always said, learn by what I say, not by what I do, or do by what I say and not by what I do. And she said that she disagreed with that. She felt that it was backwards, that you should do as I do, not as I say, because we learn from actions, not words. What's that famous phrase? Actions speak louder than words. And in this generation, that's so true. I mean, you got people defending their kids who shot somebody. And it's like, how can you defend that? Like, how can you, as a parent, condone that behavior? I don't get it. Like, own up to the fact that your child made a mistake or was raised wrong, and try to do better, or try to help them before they end up killed or kill somebody. Like, this shouldn't even be getting to that point. Like, it's crazy to me. I had my little sister stay the other night. My mom had surgery. This is such a bad subject for me, but it really bothered me. So my family neglected to tell me that, along with my little sister, she's 12, I knew I was getting my little brothers, and then my mom also has temporary custody of my niece, so I knew that was coming as well. So I knew I'd have my little brothers, and then my 12-year-old sister, and my niece, who's like 17 months old. So I knew I had all of them coming over, and they were going to stay the night, and I was fine with that. Well, when they got out of the car, turns out my little sister's friend was with her, and I'm just like, hold up. Like, does your mom even know you're here? I mean, I don't feel like being responsible for a child that I don't know, and I don't even know if their parents know where they are. And we had a really long talk all night, like me and this little girl, because she's 12 years old, and she basically bounces from friend's house to friend's house. Like, apparently her mom, really isn't that great of a mom from what I got, because she doesn't seem to care what her daughter does, and she doesn't care if her daughter wants it. The girl said, oh, well, my mom knows I'm not happy being around them, and I get depressed, so she lets me do whatever I want, and I don't have to be with them. I don't have to stay with them. No. You think your 12-year-old's going to love you all the time? No. Kids grow up and they get mad at parents, and then they don't like their parents, and they say they hate their parents. I went through it. I didn't want to be home. I wanted to be gone all the time. But you think my mom allowed that? No, because you're the parent. You're the adult. That is a 12-year-old child. She's not going to tell me what she's going to do. She's not going to tell me, I don't want to be here, so I'm going to go and stay at whatever friend's house I can each night and just keep everything I have with me in a bag. It was so sad and kind of aggravating, because I'm just looking at this little girl like, who do you think you are? You're a child. You're not an adult. There's no way that Ryan would be 12 years old, bouncing from friend's house to friend's house, not telling me where she's at, what she's doing, all because she thinks she's an adult. I don't think so. I don't even think her mom cares. That's what was really sad. I don't think her mom gives a flying crap, because she don't have to deal with her. She don't have to feed her, And then I feel bad for all the parents that this little girl bounces from their house to house. Like, do these parents even know what's going on with the situation? Or is this girl lying? But still, where is the parent? Where is her parent? And then I told my mom, I said, I don't even think that Grace should be hanging out with this girl. Like, she has not, and I'm not being mean, but I'm just saying she has a mentality that she's older than what she is. And she thinks that, because her mom lets her do whatever she can, that she can do whatever she wants. And she don't need permission, and she don't need structure, and she don't need discipline, because she thinks she's an adult. She's 12. When I was 12, I didn't dare do anything without my mother's permission. I didn't even, I mean, like, when did this authority come apart? Like, I don't know when she decided that she was an adult and not a child anymore. Maybe that's her mom's doing. And if so, shame on her mom. Because I'm telling you what, like, I told the little girl, I was like, listen, I don't feel comfortable with you being here. I don't know you. I don't know if your mom knows you're here. And I don't feel like being responsible for someone else's kid that I don't even know. So I told her, you know, you need to call your mom and tell them to come get you. I wasn't aware that you were coming, yada, yada. Of course, she, you know, calls everyone that she can think of, and nobody will answer, and da-da-da. So we ended up having to let her stay, because what was I supposed to do? Kick her out in the streets? But it was a very uncomfortable night. I'm telling you, seriously, uncomfortable. And not that she's a bad kid. I mean, she was quiet. She didn't cause any problems, but yet, you know, I came in here at like 2 o'clock in the morning, get something to drink. They're in there on the phone. On their phones. 12-year-olds on their phones. And I was like, hold up. Y'all need to put your phones away and go to bed. Like, you're 12 years old. Why are you in here at 2 o'clock on phones? Why do you have phones? I didn't have a phone until I was 18. What is wrong with this generation? I don't know. I'm still bewildered by it, honestly, because I'm just like, what in the world? And I feel really bad for that little girl, but I also, man, I don't know. I don't want to put in that situation ever again. But people, please, don't bring another child in this world. If you don't want to be a parent, if you don't want to raise them the right way, and sometimes that means not being their buddy, not being their friend. You think my kid likes me all the time? No. She gets mad at me when I discipline her, but in the long run, I'm going to have a child that respects me and respects other people and is a good person. And I hope that's what that's the goal. That should be everybody's goal. So please, please, for the love of God, parent your child. You're not here to be their best friends. You're not here to pass them off to another family member because you don't want to deal with them. You want to do what you want to do. Well, you should have kept your legs closed if you didn't want a child. If you didn't want responsibility and you wanted to do what you wanted to do and not have a child to deal with, keep your legs closed. Don't bring one into this world. Period. Point blank. Because I'm kind of frankly tired of seeing grandparents who should be chilling and relaxing and enjoying the last years of their life, and yet they have this obligation to pick up the slack from their grandchildren or their kids because they don't want to take care of their grandbabies. Like, what? My mom should not have to be raising my niece. It shouldn't be happening. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I want to punch my sister in the face most of the time because I don't get it. Like, what is wrong with you? Honestly. But thank God there are people who are willing to do that, because I guarantee you, I will not. And I say I will not because I probably would if I had to. But that's just not how me and Adam are. We're hoping to raise a child with respect and dignity and independence. And when she's an adult, you have to say, I've done what I could. I've done the best I could. And hope that it worked. And hope that they make the right decisions. Because I want to be able to love my grandbabies and spoil them, but I also want to be able to send them home with their mommy and daddy. You know what I mean? So, just be a parent. Stop playing games. Like, I don't... This is a long rant, but it's really been bothering me, seriously. Just parenting in general and kids being crazy. I don't know, man. How you get up in the morning and the first thing you gotta deal with is stupid behind video showing how ignorant people really are nowadays. Ignorance at its best. And it's so sad. It really, really sad. Because it ain't the kids' fault. you know.
Let's use
So,
our eyes to observe.
all right, y'all. Well, that's my rant. Questions, opinions, thoughts.
Now the apples
I'll see
are
y'all later.
really soft.
Bye.